Daniel, I've said consistently now, at least for a number of weeks since heading into January, there's 3 teams in this, and it could all come down, and very probably will come down to who can do the best business throughout, who comes out of the transfer window in a much stronger shape than they were going into it. And right now, Hearts have got a problem because they've lost 2 key players. Celtic have got a problem because they've really not done anything. And Rangers are in a good position because in my mind, they've signed 3 players who immediately improve their first 11. And I don't think they've stopped there. So there's so much kind of importance on what happens now with, what is it, 10 days left to the end of this window.
Weekend Monday.
That's where this could be won and lost.
We've got comments coming in, Keith. I know we've got a packed show, but let me throw a few of these at you because the Celtic fans seem to be pretty confident in the comments section. Tone says Celtic will destroy Hearts on Sunday. The turnaround starts tomorrow. Mark is banking on Calmac and KT pulling Celtic through. Chris says Hearts could beat Celtic on Sunday, then get beat the next 2. They'll always just be Hearts. Gordon says Hearts' luck will run out. Scott says Hearts will finish 3rd. And Davy Hoop says, I'm hearing a lot of what ifs where Hearts are concerned. What if Celtic win and the new striker scores a brace?
Well, then they're off to an absolute flyer.
Exactly.
And the Martin O'Neill magic dust has been sprinkled over the whole situation for the second time this season. But I do think, and this is where I think there has to be a bit of realism applied. Martin O'Neill came into this position in interim charge for a period where Celtic season was a busted flush just about already. What he achieved in that 8-game spell was phenomenal. To take that same group of players and make them competitive and get them winning consistently and eat into Hearts' lead at the top of the table, knock Rangers out of the League Cup semi-final, set everything up on a plate for Wilfred Nancy. And, by the way, fired them back into the mix for qualification in the Europa League with that winning Feyenoord and a brilliant performance. Martin O'Neill's input over that period was absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But he went into it knowing it was a short period. He was holding the fort. And I do think the dynamic has changed. And I do think the pressure's changed. Because where he was able to come in and hear everybody singing his name and just enjoy this surreal kind of second shot at being Celtic manager. Now, after the disaster that was Wilfred Nancy, it's all on him. He's the guy that's got to front it up. He's the guy carrying the can. And he's the guy who'll be feeling the pressure. I think it was easier, I think. Although I'm not saying it was easy, it was easier for him to come in and stop the bleeding and set Celtic up, give them a platform for the second half of the season. Nancy dismantled the platform, and here he is at 73, back in the door, and he's having to build that same platform up again. Except time is of the essence now, and nobody appears to have told the Celtic board this.
It seems that way.